Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to my channel. In today's session, we are going to talk about active passive. Please note down that this is active passive, which is also known as voice, session 5. Why I'm asking you to understand that this is session 5, that means you must have watched session 1, session 2, session 3, and session 4. Prior to this video, I shall be giving a brief idea what did I cover in session 1, session 2, session 3, session 4. So please understand that in session 1 I discussed with you all three first tenses, which are actually known as present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite. As and when I talk about present definite means you will be given a first form or first form with s or es. In such a situation, you are going to convert it into is mr plus third form. Then I discussed past indefinite in session 1 itself. So what is there in past indefinite? You are given second form, and in the answer you will be converting it into was or were plus third form. But in case of future indefinite where you are given either will or shall plus first form, you will be converting it into either will be or shall be plus third form. So that means with I and we, which are the two subjects, you will be using shall be. In other subjects, you will be using will be. But it is mandatory for you to write a third form there. Am I right? This is what I discussed in session 1. In session 2, I discussed three continuous tenses such as present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous. In present continuous, we are given isama plus first form plus ing. I discussed with you isama will remain isama. Ing will become, it will be converted into being and plus third form. But in case of was were plus first form ing, which was past continuous, your answer will comprise was or were plus being plus third form. So was is for singular and was is for plurals plus being plus third form. That's it. But if I talk about future continuous where you are given will be or shall be plus first form plus ing, if you are making an answer using will be or shall be plus being because ing is to be converted into being, it doesn't make a good sense and this is also grammatically incorrect. So I did not discuss with you future continuous. Okay. In my third session, I discussed with you present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect. In case of present perfect, you will be given either has or have plus third form. In case of has or have, that means you need to understand that whether you will be using has or have in an answer, but it is mandatory for you to use been. So that means your has have will become either has been or have been. For a singular, you will be using has been. For a plural, you will be using have been plus third form in an answer. Similarly, if you are given had plus third form, which falls under the category of under the rules of past perfect, so had plus third form will become had been plus third form in case of past perfect. But in case of future perfect, once you are given either will have or shall have plus third form, you will be using either will have been or shall have been plus third form. So will have been and shall have been. Shall have been is particularly to be used in case of I and we. I and we. So in case of other subjects, you will be using will have been. But you will be thinking like that if you get a negative sentence, how will you be managing? How will you be writing not? So it will become will not happen, shall not happen. So in case of IV, you will be using shall happen. In case of other subjects, you will be using will happen. Is it clear? So this is what I discussed in session 3. In session 4, I discussed two types of the rules. Number one, it is time. When you get such sentences in your question, so your beginning is always with the same three words. It is time in the answer itself. For example, it is time to take tea. So I will be writing like this. It is time for tea to be taken. So to is with the first form infinitive. So in order to convert it into a third form, I will be making it to be. It will become to be taken. It is time for tea to be taken like this. So this is what you have to learn. Is it clear? And second category that I discussed within fourth session was imperative sentences, where you are given either first form directly without a subject. That's what is known as imperative sentence. And when you get do not at the beginning, or you get kindly or please, for example, please help me, kindly help him, do not ring the bell, or do not uh, drive a car rashly. So in such situations, that means you're getting a verb directly without a subject. You may get this sentence, do not make a noise, like that. So in such situations, you will be using either you are ordered to or you are advised. So in case of a negative, you will make it you are ordered not to, because after to you will be using a first one. Let us say do not make a noise. So the answer will become you are ordered not to make a noise. Is it clear? If I say that take tea, you are ordered to take tea. So after to you are using a first form. Is it clear? I hope you have understood what we want to convey here. Am I right? So these are the things that I discussed in session 4. So overall I have covered a number of rules after conducting 4 sessions. So please note down that this is a fifth session. Fifth session is unique because I'm going to discuss with you some exceptions also in this session, and I would also discuss with you such situations where these rules are not applicable directly. Some exceptions are also there in terms of rules and in terms of preposition. Okay, so let us watch this video. I would humbly request you to watch this video till end so that you understand why this session is important to you. Okay, so we will be doing one sentence where you shall be writing a sentence where you will find a verb which is totally different from others. For example, taste and smell. In such situations, your answers will become very different. For example, if I say that the mango tastes sweet. In case of these two verbs, if you get taste or smell, in such situations, what will you do? You will be keeping the subject at the beginning itself. So you will not change it. You will not make it to move from one side to the other. Okay. So here, please understand that the mango will remain at the same position. Mango. But this is a singular now, and please understand that this is first form. So first form, that means rule number 1, present indefinite. That means you are going to use either is or am or are plus third form. Okay. So this is singular. This is a singular, the mango. So I will say that the mango is sweet. So I will be connecting the subject with object directly without using a verb. The mango is sweet. If it were plural, for example, the mangoes taste sweet, then I could have written the mangoes are sweet. The mangoes are sweet. So here it is a singular, that's why I have written is. The mango is sweet when, third form. The mango is sweet when tasted. Am I right? So here you are understanding that I am not using by. That we generally say. For example, I take it is taken by me. He rings the bell is rung by him. Like that. But there is no by. There is no by. By means by. Okay. So I shall write one more example. You can write one sentence here. The rose smells sweet. Or if I say that the rose smelled, let us change the tense. The rose smelled sweet. So smell, smelled, smell. This is the second form. In case of a second form, we are going to use was or were plus third form. Clear? Was is for singular, were is for plural. So your answer will look like this. The rose was. Why I'm not writing is because it's a second form, past indefinite. Was, were plus third form. This is your rule number 2 that I discussed in session 1. Okay. So the answer will become the rose was sweet. The rose was sweet when smelled. Third form is also the same, smell, smell, smell. Now you will be thinking that whether it was a second form or third form, because the verb is smell, smelled, smelled. Spelling is also same in case of second and third form. So my dear friends, please understand that the third form does not come alone. So if I say that the rose had smell, so that means it comes either with has or have, or had or will have or shall have. That means in case of perfect tenses. But this is a past indefinite. That's why I used was or were. So second form can come along, but third form cannot come along. That's the reason. Okay. So this is what we discussed when you are having two forms, either taste or smell. Now I shall be writing such sentences where you do not use by. Some exceptions are there. Please note down such exceptions. Exceptions in voice, in active passive. That means where you will not be using by. Generally we use by. For example, if I say that I do not know you. No means known you not. No is the first one. I do not know you. And this is tense present indefinite. I covered this tense in first session. I discussed with you if you get either first form or first form with SAS. you're supposed to use is am plus third form. So in that sentence, if you get two forms, please understand that according to first, you will be applying the rule. According to third, you will be putting a third form. Am I right? So here, you will become your subject you, and if it is first form, that means is am are, and out of is am are, you are supposed to use are. You are not. You are not. Am I right? I do not know you. You are not. And third form, not. Non, you, non. So if you write like this, you are not known by me. This is incorrect because by cannot be used with non. So here you are supposed to use to. You are not known to me. I know you, you are known to me. Do you know me? Am I known to you? Do you know me? So me will become I. And according to I should be using am. Am I known to you? Rather saying by you. This is incorrect. Okay. Second exception here is, so this was a verb no. We are going to note down such exceptions. We are going to make a list. In case of no, you are using to, not using by. Am I right? One more sentence that you need to note down here is, this jug contains milk. So I will say that milk is contained by this jug. No, this is incorrect because by cannot come with contain. So the answer, correct answer is in this jug. So milk is contained in this jug. So you cannot use by in such situations where you get a verb contain. So please add up this word in your list. In case of contain, you are not using, you are using here in, rather by. Is it clear? If I say that your work does not satisfy me, if I make you to write one sentence, your work does not satisfy me. So this is the first form plus not, that means is am plus not plus third form. I am not. I will say that I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied with. So shall I say with or not? If you write by, this is incorrect. You should write with. I am not satisfied with your work. Okay. So what I will say, by cannot come there. With is a correct answer. With is a correct preposition that you should use here. So please add up there in this list. Satisfy. By cannot come there. You are using with. So like that, if I use another preposition like at can also be used, surprised at, annoyed at certain situations. Am I right? Shocked at, so you cannot use shocked by. So in such situations, just try to understand there are some exceptions. It is not always mandatory to use by. There are some exceptions that are discussed. So please, I would humbly request you to make necessary notes so that you do not commit such flaws in your writings. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I am sure that this video must have helped you to learn new things. Thanks a lot. Thank you.